Hi, I'm Dave. This is a Cyderbaby pod, and I'm speaking to Alan from Kinstrife. Hello.
Good evening. Well, good afternoon, whatever time this goes out.
Well, whenever, my friend, whenever. You've had quite a successful year to start with, haven't you? I mean, Fools and Monsters, your brand new album, come out in March. Walk me through it.
Well, it's been a long time coming since the band sort of found this current lineup, which is here to stay, by the way. Yeah, we've been working on original songs. Some of these songs could be 20 years old. You know, the sort of invention of them. They're a combination of riffs and music I've been working on for a long time, songs that the singer brought into the fold, and brand new ideas. We decided we wanted to do an album. You know, we've all grown up through the MTV era, watching all our heroes do it. So we wanted to do an album. We had 12 songs. So let's get these recorded. Yeah, the album became Fools and Monsters, which was a line from one of the songs, but also I think very apt in the music industry. Just says a lot. I'll leave your listeners to think what it could be.
Oh, right, okay. So when did you record the album itself?
We actually recorded it in about September, October of 2019.
Right.
And the intention was going to be release it early 2020, release a couple of singles first, and then launch the album. But I don't know if this is a selfish move, but we wanted to do an album launch party, you know, right. Our first album, so it seemed fitting. Let's have a big party to celebrate the launch of it. But this C word changed our plans somewhat. We released a couple of singles, and then COVID closed the country down, so we couldn't do an album launch party. So we put the album off, put it off, and eventually we thought we can't put it off any longer. You know, we got to show the music world, you know, we're on the map, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we released it March this year, and yeah, I mean, I think so far so good. We're happy with progress.
You're happy how well it's done this last 3 months now, I suppose, coming up for, isn't it?
Yeah, considering, like, you know, we're an unknown band down in little old Hereford, or up from you in your case. You know, we didn't expect to, you know, sort of sell too many, you know, physical copies of the CD, you know, and to have the streams on the music platforms has been brilliant. You know, we've had some great reviews from yourself and other people. So we can't thank those people enough. So yeah, obviously, you know, you always want more, you know, but you know, it's our job to market ourselves and get people to know about us. So hopefully when we can gig, we can help with that a little bit.
Yeah. Have you got gigs lined up?
Yes, one was announced today. We're up in Sheffield in November, and we're down in Kent in October. We have got a few local ones lined up as well, and we are going to do a belated album launch, which I'm working on, sort of sorting that out at the moment.
Okay. Any hints to when that may be, or you
yeah. No, I think we're going to look September, October time, so you know everyone can get all the partying out of the way and sort of be ready for it. You know, we don't want to sort of just leap into it just because we can. We want to sort of make sure we're ready for it. You know, just tick all the boxes and go for that.
Okay, cool. So what's next then? I mean, you have the album out, you've got the gigs lined up or coming up. What's coming next? Are you back in the studio recording or?
Not yet. I mean, we have sort of hinted we've got all 12 songs named for the album. That may change, but we're working on songs as much as we can, as often as we can. We have got all the ideas. You know, 4 of them we're practicing in rehearsals and they're sounding really, really good. And the 8 others, myself and the singer, have sort of worked on, and then we got to put them to the rest of the band to see what happens with them. you know, I think there's some great songs to come. Again, a combination of old ideas and brand new ones.
Okay, so just stepping back a bit, what would you call your influences over the last 20, 30 years? You know, where have you
Yes.
drawn these influences from?
Well, if we include the last 40 years, it would have started really seriously for me listening to Live After Death by Iron Maiden.
Right.
I think that sort of made me sort of really pick up my ears and go, wow, this is proper music. But yeah, I mean, everything influences me that's, you know, sort of done well on the guitar. You know, I listened at growing up to me parents' rock and roll albums, you know, with the Chuck Berry and the Bill Haley and all that.
Yeah.
I do want to say it influenced me because I didn't know how to play the guitar or anything then. But I suppose, you know, you imprint that music in your head, don't you? Yeah. So, you know, you think that's how music sounds. So, you know, you can probably hear little bits of that in the album. But yeah, I mean, anything that's guitar driven, Metallica, Megadeth, Maiden, Ozzy, you know, under his different guitarists. But also the glam stuff, you know, Poison, Motley Crue, Rat, you know, all those sort of bands. Yeah, I say if it's rock and it's got great guitar, you know, but even heavier stuff, you know, for myself, you know, I love Heartwork by a band called Carcass.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, I thought that was phenomenal, you know, but yeah, I'm not going to put those sort of songs to Kinstrife.
You're not just going to slip it into the side at the end of the gig, you know. Here's
Yeah.
what I prepared earlier.
Yeah. Although I do sort of, you know, like when I send my ideas off to Mike, you know, they do tend to get a little bit heavier each time, and hoping you'll take the bait and go, yeah, I can work with this.
They reel you in a bit now at the moment, then.
Yes. You know, okay. There's still, you know, some melodic ones, there's more ballads in line and all that. So, you know, we want to keep it mixing it up like we did on the first album.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, you've got a lot of influences from Maiden and whatever. Who has been your favorite live act you've seen?
My favorite live act, I mean, I worship Ozzy, you know, and everything he's done. Unfortunately, I never saw him with Randy Rhoads. I did see him with Zakk Wylde and with Joe Holmes. But so I would, you know, my head would say, yeah, seeing Ozzy live was it for me.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you had to pick an album, any album, just say one that would define your taste.
Yeah. I think, although again, I'd love to say Ozzy, I think, you know, I'm going to be a bit of a dropout here, and Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I think, you know, we all say, you know, that's our common ground in the band is Guns N' Roses, because like the singers into the more Whitesnake, Thunder, Miles Kennedy, all that sort of more what I consider serious rock. Myself and the bass player, you know, we move over to the Metallicas and Megadeth, Ozzy's and things like that, and the drummer a bit more sort of glam rock, but all the older rock as well. So I think, you know, it's G&R that ties us all together as a sort of mutual influence.
Right, I've taken up enough of your time tonight. So thank you, Alan, for your time, and best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Thank you for contacting us, Dave.